Hey guys, Miss P here. Today we're going to continue with adding and subtracting rational expressions, but the only difference is we are going to add a binomial on the top, which I'll explain to you in a second when I give you the example. So let's look at example 1. We're going to have x plus 1 over 2 plus x over 3 equals 8. So guys, we're really not doing anything different than last time, but we are going to have to distribute our number. So just like last time, we take our denominators, right? 2 and 3, and we multiply them. 2 times 3 is 6. So that means we're multiplying this whole equation by 6. Okay? But guys, this is a binomial. Okay? There's 2 parts to it. So the 6 has to go here and here. The 6 will go here and then here. So we're going to do 6 times x, which is 6x, 6 times 1, which is 6, so plus 6. Then we put that whole thing over our original denominator, plus 6 times x is 6x, put that over 3, you're keeping the same one, remember, and then 6 times 8, which gives us 48. All right, guys, from there, we are just going to divide out. All right, we are going to divide this part by 2 and this part by 2, okay, because they're both being divided by 2. So 6x divided by 2 gives us 3x. 6 divided by 2 gives us 3. 6x divided by 3 gives us 2x, and that's going to equal 48 because it's not being divided by anything. Guys, now this is just an equation. We're going to combine like terms, right? Isn't 3x and 2x like terms? What is 3x plus 2x? We get 5x. Bring down your plus 3. Bring down your 48. Now we're just going to solve this. We're going to subtract 3 from both sides, which gives us, and I'm going to write this up here so we can see a little bit better, 5x. The 3's cancel out, and 48 over here minus 3 is 45. So 5x is going to equal 45. Last step, we divide by 5. And x equals 9. Done. So not much different. We're just, distributing to 2 for this one. All right, guys, I'm going to go to example 2. So example 2 is going to be x minus 2 over 5 plus x over 7 is going to equal 2. All right, so we're going to take our two denominators, which is 5 and 7. We're going to multiply them. 5 times 7 is 35. That means we're multiplying everything by 35. So that's going to go to the x, the negative 2, the x, and the 2. So 35 times x gives us 35x. 35 times a negative 2 gives us minus 70. And that whole thing is going to go over the same denominator, which is 5. Bring down your plus. 35 times x is 35x divided by, keep your 7. And then 35 times 2 is 70. All right, guys, from here, we're going to divide out. 35x divided by 5 is 7x. Negative 70 divided by 5 gives us a negative 14. Okay, that's why that became a negative, all right? Make sure you pay attention to your signs. Then plus 35x divided by 7 is 5x, and we're going to bring down our 70. Combine your like terms. 7x plus 5x is 12x. Bring down your minus 14 and bring down your equal 70. Now we're just going to do this like a normal equation. We're going to add 14 to both sides. Bring this up here. So we get 12x, and since we added to both sides, the 14's crosses out, And 70 plus 14 gives us 84. Last step, divide by the number in front of your variable, which is a 12. 84 divided by 12 gives us 7. Done. Yay. Doing so well. Okay. Let's go on to the next example. Example 3. All right, guys. We're going to do x plus 1 over 3 minus x over 7 is going to equal 3. So let's look at our denominators. We have a 3 and a 7. So we're going to multiply them, which gives us 21. So we're going to multiply this whole thing by 21. Okay? It's going to go to the x, it's going to go to the 1. It's going to go to the x, and it's going to go to the 3. Multiply out, we get 21x plus 21. That all is going to go over 3. Bring down your minus. 21 times x is 21x over 7. And that's going to equal 21 times 3 gives us 63. Now we're going to divide out. 21x divided by 3, starting right here, gives us 7x, plus 21 divided by 3 gives us 7, minus 21 divided by 7 is 3x, is going to equal 63. All right, now we're going to combine like terms. That's 7x and that negative 3x. But now, guys, we're doing 7x minus 3x, okay? Which is going to give us 4x. And then you're going to bring your 7 down, and you're going to bring your 63 down. Then we're going to solve it regularly. Subtract 7 from both sides. 63 minus 7 gives us 56. So we're going to divide by 4. And 56 divided by 4 gives us x equals 14. We are done. Guys, remember, you can also plug this in, right? What's 14 plus 1? 15, right? What's 15 divided by 3? 5, right? Bring down your minus. What's 14 divided by 7? 2. And then equals 3. Well, 5 minus 2 is 3. So you get 3 equals 3. You know you're right. Yay! All right, guys, one last example. Okay. Example 4. All right, we're going to have 4x over 5 minus x minus 6 over 2 is going to equal 6. All right, guys, the only thing really different with this is you're subtracting a binomial over something. So what I like to do is whenever you're subtracting, I like to put that in parentheses because you're subtracting the whole thing. It's nicer that way. That's just how I do it. I would, hope that you do that too, because I think it makes it easier. All right, look at our denominators. We have 5 and 2. So we're going to do 5 times 2, which is 10. So that means everything is going to be multiplied by 10. The 10 goes to the 4x, the 10 goes to the x, 10 goes to the negative 6, the 10 goes to the positive 6. All right. So 10 times 4x gives us 40x. Keep it over your original. Minus, now it's 10 times, keep it in parentheses, 10 times x, which is 10x, minus 10 times 6 is 60. Close your parentheses. The whole thing is staying over 2, and that's going to equal 10 times 6 is 60. Okay. So now let's divide out. 40x divided by 5 gives us 8x. Minus 10x divided by 2 gives us 5x. And negative 60 divided by 2 gives us negative 30. Close your parentheses. And that's going to equal 60. All right, guys, this is why it was very important to use parentheses. Look at where we are now. We are subtracting this whole thing. We're subtracting 5x, and we're subtracting a negative 30. So what ends up happening is this becomes 8x minus 5x, right? Because if we were to put a negative 1 here, negative 1 times 5x is negative 5x, and now negative 1 times a negative 30, this now becomes a positive 30. Okay? And that's going to equal 60. All right? So now we're going to combine like terms. 8x minus 5x gives us 3x. Bring down your 30, bring down your 60. I'm going to rewrite this over here so we can finish it with some space. You want to subtract 30 from both sides, which gives you 3x equals 60 minus 30 gives us 30. Divide by 3, x equals 10. Yay, we're done. We finished. Guys, the only thing I really want to hone in on is this right here. That is the only place I feel like anyone is going to, have most of their mistakes. So when you're subtracting a binomial, okay, guys, that's when we use a parentheses because we're subtracting two things. All right, guys, hope you have an amazing day. Hope you're having a good one. Miss you all and hope to see you soon. Bye.